What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a dream catcher read for the sign of Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, you guys are last but not least on the zodiac lineup for group one. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So, sitting in your energy for a minute, and also went and got me something to eat before I could do y'all's reading, because y'all know how we get when I get on Scorpio, okay? Um, but it's all love. So, Scorpio, sitting in your energy for a minute before starting, shuffling the deck a little bit, and a couple of cards that came out that's going to be kind of like a 2-for-1 type situation. Okay, so whatever resonates for you is for your your storyline going forward within this reading once we get started. Okay, so cards that came out were the Fool, Three of Wands, the Empress, and the King of Wands. Okay, 4 different cards that I saw and paid attention to. So, with that being said, for some of you, you could be ready to embark or take a leap of faith of some sort, okay, in one of 2 directions. One leap of faith is the birth of some kind of new creation with the Empress coming out, okay? The Empress is, of course, the birther of creations, is considered like the mother card of the tarot decks, okay? But I'm not feeling or didn't feel any energy about like a new child coming in. This is like a birth of a new creation, okay? An idea that maybe you are working on something between that resonates with your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, possibly, okay? And so, ready to embark on that is possibly going to catapult you forward as far as a career, or again, just an idea that just sparks maybe some type of influence of some sort, okay? So, that's for some of you. It's not going to be for everybody, okay? Take what resonates and pass the rest to the next, okay? So, outside of that, the second possible storyline falls into some of you Scorpios with the still taking a leap of faith, dealing with the addition of the Three of Wands and the King of Wands. If I put those 2 together, that makes a 4 of Wands, which means some form of possible relationship, looking for that last piece. For some of you, it could be an Empress or it could be an Emperor, okay? Getting where you fit in, okay? And so maybe looking for that one person to really settle down with. So maybe you're considering getting into a serious relationship with someone who is just the embodiment of what you're looking for in a relationship, okay? Or something more, okay? So that's all we're going to say for now. Let's get into this reading. I'm going to do just a light shuffle for you guys first, and then I'm going to get into a hard shuffle. And I feel like a card flipped over while I was light shuffling, or wanted to almost jump out, but I don't see it. I think I might have caught it in time so it wouldn't do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that as a sign to just go ahead and hard shuffle. And we do have the Empress coming out yet again, okay, splitting the deck, okay. And then we have 3 of Pentacles, okay, Earth energy, okay, Capricorn energy to be exact, Capricorn male, okay. So possibly wanting to rebuild something, okay, maybe get back to something that you've been putting on pause, in a sense, again, in regards to that birthing of creations situation, okay? Four of Pentacles coming out with the Three of Pentacles, okay? So an increase in some sort of protecting your finances, maybe saving towards something, okay? One last split here. Three of Pentacles with the Justice card, which came out in Leo's reading, okay? So again, bringing some fairness to the table, whatever it is that you are working on, getting yourself back to, okay? Kind of rebuilding, okay? That seems to have been the going theme, I think, in Leo, okay? Rebuilding. So either you have that sign in your birth chart and a placement that's important to you, or you're dealing with someone in that energy. You don't have to be, but it's just an honorable mention, as you guys know, if you've been here chilling with me on the channel long enough. So let's get started. One from the top is your energy, where your energy is, Scorpio. One from the bottom is the energy of the situation and or person, okay? And then one energetically from the middle. And I think my eyes are focusing on this particular card. There, okay? So that card is considered the energy between you and the situation and or person, okay? So let's see where you guys are, Scorpio. To start, we're at the Knight of Swords, air energy, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, okay? That's your energy. Then we have the Three of Wands, okay? Which is Aries energy, okay? Like I said, that came up during your pre-read, okay? And then the energy between the two of you, Capricorn energy, again with the Two of Pentacles, okay? The energy between you and the situation and or person, okay? So why Two of Pentacles? Okay, because you're juggling, possibly, in the sense of what to do or what to maybe have your main focus be, which we'll get to that in a moment with the mindful messages, okay? But I don't want to get too far ahead. Let's start from the beginning here, from the left, okay? Your energy being in the Knight of Swords, primarily having that Capricorn energy yet again over here kind of coming out. And then we have Aquarius here, okay? So like I said, you do have Aquarius, which is part of the air signs, okay? But there's no sign truly attached to the King of Swords in particular. But this Knight of Swords is kind of speaking to the possibility of you being in the energy of talking with someone, okay? Coming through with some light conversation, but steadfast in the sense of honesty and truth, okay? But still light, a little bit more mature than a page, okay? Maybe in the sense of sticking more so to the facts because you are a water sign, and you know there's no cups energy here. However, water signs have a tendency of withholding, okay, trying to keep their still waters deep, okay? And so your communication is going to be somewhat steadfast. It is going to be honest, but you are going to refrain from certain things, okay? Maybe to avoid triggering or alarming someone in some way. But it is or does have a little bit more maturity with it, okay? So that's where your energy is now, all right? Wanting to move forward with communications, okay? Now, the energy of the situation and or person is in this Three of Wands energy, okay? Waiting for ships to come in, okay? So possibly trying to lay some foundations a little bit, but just awaiting things to come across. Okay, so it could be a situation. Um, you could have someone waiting on you that is kind of standing still at the moment, has found their placement, if you will. Okay, but this could be just you waiting on some things and doing some communication of some sort. Okay, where you have a start, but you're waiting on that last wand. Okay, as you can see with that ship, it's kind of like, if you see kind of like this post right here, that kind of looks like that last wand, maybe, in my opinion. Um, Looking at this card and those three wands there, you're waiting on that last wand. Okay, thus, like I said before, the King of Wands coming up in your pre-read, possibly looking to make that final firm foundation that leads you into whatever it is you're headed towards, or a relationship. Okay, stability in the sense of foundation of some sort. Okay, not monetary, but foundation. Okay, so maybe you've had dreams of opening a business of some sort and maybe building something from the ground up, if you will. Okay, that could also be the case. All right, so lastly is the Two of Pentacles with Capricorn energy. Now, I also I forgot to mention, and I kind of wanted to stay away from it, but Capricorn energy coming up so often, even during your shuffle, during this reading, the devil energy did come up. Okay, and the devil energy is Capricorn energy. Possible self-sabotage. Okay, may have played a part in some things that you've been trying to do. Okay, and so be mindful of your words. Okay, but nonetheless, this Two of Pentacles usually determines someone who's, juggling with what they want to do and making a definitive decision. Now, if it was Two of Swords, we would be talking about being indecisive. And I don't think it's you being indecisive. You may be juggling too much, okay? In the sense of maybe putting something off until another time, or you've been trying to do too many things at one time and maybe need to not micromanage, but in the sense of work on your time management. Okay, because something could wait until later while something else can be done now. Okay, so I don't want to deter anybody from doing something that they know for sure that they want to do. They just don't know how they want to go about it, or they're juggling too many ways to possibly go about it to ensure a potential result. And sometimes, Scorpio, y'all have a tendency of doing that, where you try to think 10 steps ahead and then you mess around and somehow something falters a little bit. Okay, so be mindful of self-sabotage. Okay, because I did forget the devil card did come up. Okay, I was trying to avoid, I think that's probably why, because I was trying to avoid it, but Capricorn energy just came up way too much in your reading. Okay, and especially coming in on this energy between you and the situation. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the second part of your reading, which is about what your main focus should be between you and the situation and or person. Okay, again, I've said this through pretty much all the readings today, with the Dreamcatcher reads, that Scorpio, if this was enough for you, you can go ahead and end now. And I truly appreciate your patronage. Okay, if you make it to the end of this reading, I appreciate you. Okay, so we'll do a hard shuffle here by threes, and then we'll cut by threes as well. No major cards jumped out at me while I was shuffling this deck. I primarily focus on the main deck because that's the first one that we start with. So, cut by threes. We'll pull one card from the top and one card from the bottom. You can take both of these messages for yourself, or both towards the situation, or one apiece. The chakras that I mentioned are due to the colors that are in the cards. So if you're metaphysical or spiritualist and you do Reiki healing or chakra meditations, by all means, you can take those and kind of help yourself get back into realignment if you feel like you're out of it. Okay. First message: releasing anger. Okay. Releasing anger. That Capricorn energy, that devil energy. Okay. Self sabotage. Okay. Like I was telling you, this is primarily dealing with awareness. Okay, so third eye, a little bit of root chakra, only in the sense of grounding yourself in anger because of these shackles. It's time to break the chains of rage and anger. Okay, anger is a natural emotion, but I recognize that holding on to it can be toxic for me. Okay, I look at the person who has caused me pain and see them as the human being they are. Okay? I release the anger I feel and free myself, freeing myself and expanding to love. Okay? Expanding to love. Okay? Work on that heart space. Okay? Work on your awareness. Okay? Again, seeing the person, look at the person who has harmed you and caused you pain, okay? And see them as the human being they are, okay? Anytime when someone has done something, hurt people, okay? That's one of the most major sayings I've always heard all the time through my own life experiences, okay, Scorpios? And a song that I would definitely recommend to you guys is, it's one of my favorites. I don't think a lot of people have ever heard of it. If you follow me on Twitter, I have it on my Twitter, but it's called Human by Mateo. Okay? Most beautiful song I've ever heard in my life. And anytime when I feel immense anger as far as society, social norms, things that are going on in this world, I listen to that song. I always retrieve to that song, okay? And it just reminds me that we are all human, okay? And we are having a human experience on this earth, and that everyone has a past that caused them to actually inflict pain or harm on others, okay? Because they don't have anyone to actually listen or nurture them or console them for the pain that they've gone through. And so it makes it very much that much harder for them to trust people. And so they can take familiarity or something that's similar within another person and actually feel triggered by something that they shouldn't even be triggered by, or that person wasn't even trying to trigger them, but it does. Okay, so it's time for you to release this anger, okay? Because anger causes self-sabotage, and self-sabotage causes even more pain because you know you're inflicting pain on others that don't deserve it. Okay, so Scorpios, try your best to get yourself out of it. Okay, now I know that's easier said than done, so I can only make a few suggestions to you. I always promote therapy to anyone. I did therapy for 2.5 years, and even doing tarot is therapy for me, okay? Because it's helped me to get over some things or try to ease myself out of that pain, okay? I would also suggest some of the healing homemade holistics that I do have on my Etsy shop. Shameless plug, the link to my shop will be in the description box below. But definitely I would suggest that Fall in Love Again. I would also, and that's just for self-love and self-healing, okay? I would also suggest a Lavender Light Night for you, okay? To use just to help stabilize your mood, okay? Along with the lavender soap that I have, Castile soap that I have. It's more of an exfoliating bar. It's a lot of lavender in it, but it's a beautiful bar to kind of coincide with that Lavender Light Night to help you kind of get some rest and some sleep, okay? Flourish is a meditative oil that I have that has peony in it, some grapefruit as well. Promotes self-love and healing. It also has some strawberry quartz in there. It helps you get over your past traumas so that way you can flourish with love moving forward for self and others. You're dealing with inner conflicts. All right is also good for you as well. Okay. Um, in sanctuary for those negative thoughts that keep plaguing you. Okay. To protect your mind from that. Okay. Um, Also, awakening by the beach might also be good for you after using the first two that I mentioned to you. Okay. To really awaken to what kind of energy you want to bring back into your life. Okay. So, now that we've done all of that, and I think I've already suggested to you guys some stuff also in your right here and now reading. I also suggested the tea to you guys as well. Okay. I am working on some other stuff, but that's going to come at a later time. It's taking me a little bit longer than what I want to work on them, but some other stuff is coming as well. Okay. Um, but that tea, I have Golden Bliss herbal tea that is also good just for your inside. Okay. As far as calming that inner anger. Okay. It also has some good, home remedy blend, if you will, for like inflammation, things of that nature. Okay, let's get into the second message. I could talk to y'all all day. Y'all know how we get, okay? Next is follow my joy, okay? Follow my joy, okay? We have sacral chakra. We have solar plexus chakra mixed in here. We also have that third eye again, okay? Follow my joy with this sun here. This automatically, when I see this, reminds me of the sun card, okay? It says, today I will write down 10 things I enjoy doing. The things that make me feel good and raise my mood. Then I'll pick one or as many as I feel guided to and go do it. When I am having fun and enjoying life, I am in a state of allowing for all that I desire. Okay? Again, 10 things that you enjoy doing that make you feel good and raise your mood. Thus, that lavender light night. Okay? And you might just need a really good night's sleep too, Scorpios. Okay? To really release those negative thoughts. Okay? Definitely, if you get this meditation oil sanctuary, literally put that on your temples, put a vertical line up your heart space, right over your heart, okay? And I want you to really put that on for like 3 days, okay? Start off with 3 days. If you do go ahead and purchase it, start with 3 days, or if you're trying to change your mood, then 5. Okay, we do numerology on here sometimes. Okay, so 5 will promote that change, 3 will center you. Okay, so figure out which one you really want to do. Okay, if you want to recenter yourself into realignment with your chakras and everything, then 3 days, okay, of doing that. And those are 3 spaces that you're working on as far as pressure points. Okay, both sides of your temples in a vertical line up your chest. Okay, and that will promote that change to raise your mood. Okay, so 5, like I said, will promote change within you. Okay, and if you do want to do for 5 days, then you need to mark your body with the sanctuary oil in 5 places. Okay, I would say both of your wrists, both of your temples, and a vertical line up your chest. Okay, and you could go around your sacral or solar plexus 5 times as well in a counterclockwise motion, not in a clockwise motion. I say counterclockwise because that rewinds and takes away the negative connotation that may be brewing in those spaces. Okay, so That's just some spiritual 101 from your girl, Miss Golden 83. Okay, so let's try and wrap up your reading, Scorpios. Okay, I feel like I got to do like a separate video for just Scorpio sometimes. Okay, because I feel like y'all need it sometimes. All right, now, because we do this every time with you guys. Now, and like I said, it's all love. So, sacred geometry is here now to see what the outcome is going to be with this energy. Okay, it can only change, Scorpio, if you want to promote this change and stop waiting for your ships to come in. You've got to move with what you want. Okay, so this Knight of Swords has to bump up to a King of Swords. Okay, it's time to speak your truth. Okay, so that being said, same thing goes here. You take both of these, put it towards the situation if you like, or one of each. Your first message is authority. Okay, authority. I saw this in a previous reading come up and it kind of struck me. Didn't know it was going to come up in your reading. Okay, the number 10 being here, talking about an awakening. Okay, and following your intuition. Okay, follow what you know, not what you think you know. Okay, assumptions, get rid of them. Follow what you know, not what you think you know. Okay, authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Okay, take authority of your life. Okay, do not let your assumptions or negative thoughts lead you. Okay, if you think too much into that, then how are you ever going to move forward, or how is anything going to come towards you? Okay, it is now time for an awakening. Okay, an awakening of if you're going to go for this particular goal or career, how are you going to get it if you don't want to be a leader and take authority? Okay, you have to decide what it is you want to do. Stop this juggling. Okay, because wanting to sit in the background is not going to get you in the forefront. Okay, now let's get into your second message. Throat chakra. Okay, throat chakra, what did I just say? It's time for you to speak your truth. Okay, whatever it is you are guided to do, Scorpio, it means you're gonna have to do a lot of talking, just as much as we do a lot of talking on your readings. Okay, I'm tired of doing all the talking, Scorpios. It's time for y'all to start talking. Okay. Okay, throat chakra. And look at that number that's right there. Number 5. Number 5. Cinco. Okay? Did y'all please? Time to change. You've been whispering. You've been mumbling. You've been silent. It's time for you to speak up. Okay? The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Okay, sense of peace and balance. Okay, the sanctuary does have lapis lazuli in it. Okay, plus lotus flower and some essential oils. You can read about it on my Etsy shop. Okay, if there's ever a time where you do need to speak, that lapis lazuli can also help with giving you a little bit more confidence as well. Okay, and maybe you take it with you throughout the day. If you end up having to do a lot of meetings, things of that nature, start rubbing at least some on the nape of your neck. It is a metal rolling ball on there, so it goes on really smoothly. Okay, very good oils. Okay, there is no water in my oils. They are straight oil. Okay, between castor, jojoba, and avocado oil. Okay, but you can definitely read about them on my Etsy shop. I'm definitely going to put y'all a super extended for this one. Okay, but I literally was saying it's time for you to speak your truth. Okay, stop. It's time for you to mature from this Knight of Swords into the King of Swords. Okay, And if you want to take authority of whatever it is that is going on in your life right now, you are going to have to recenter yourself, make some decisions. Okay, stop juggling between, should I do it this way, should I do it that way. Don't stick so much into complacency. Maybe it's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. Okay, especially if you're going to claim this authority figure. Okay, it's time to work on it. All right, so with that being said, we have 2 more readings for the Scorpio collective and the whole zodiac lineup for group 1. So until then, Scorpios, peace.